Hello, everyone. We are live.
Welcome.
Welcome on the awesomeness. Today we have an awesome gentleman named Kieran Burt. He will be joining us here in just a second. Let's activate him now. Kieran, can you see us?
Hello.
Yeah.
How's it going, Kieran?
I'm right, thank you. Are you?
Yes, I can see you very well. Bring you up here full screen here. Let's see. There you go. Let's see side. There you go. Wait, this one here might be better. I got different formats here for us. Let's do that one. There you go. A little fly action here. He's excited. How's your day going, Kieran?
Yeah, it's going all right, thanks. So, yeah, how's your day going?
Pretty good. You're going to be at Star Wars Celebration this weekend. Can you tell us some of the stuff that you're looking forward to having go on down to the Celebration event?
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to just going down to the convention floor and seeing some of the cosplay that people are going to be in. Hoping to get some nice shots of people, in their costumes. Hoping to try and get into some of the panels that are going on.
It's like a lottery, but we'll hope you get in, man.
Yes.
Yeah. So hopefully that. But yeah, that's that sort of thing. Hopefully some pretty cool stuff is announced as well. Yep. I think that the main thing that I'm really hoping for is a cast announcement for Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Oh man, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
You got Ezra Bridger might be in there too. They mentioned there'd be a live Ezra Bridger as well.
Yeah, that would be cool if we get an official announcement for Ezra Bridger. For sure. A date for Ahsoka, that would be also pretty cool. I think it's Rosario Dawson, I think, mentioned that it might be coming in autumn, which would make sense. So, but a nice firm date would be, appreciated.
For sure.
I think the announcement of a third season of The Bad Batch, because that ended rather heavily hinting that there'll be a third season. Right. So that'll be one to look out for. Any news on Skeleton Crew as well? Because I think that's supposed to be coming this year, I think, as well.
Yeah, there's very little information on that. I know Jude Law's in it, and it's very little rough information on that show.
Yeah, just any more information on it in general. I think that they've called it as Stranger Things, but in Star Wars.
What if we get to see zombie stormtroopers?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the thing in Legends, so they might.
Cool.
What else? Oh, any announcement on what's happening with Star Wars movies? Because that's in a bit of a confusing place right now.
Yeah, they fire their writers or something. They got new writers or something like that.
So yeah, out of the film that's not so the film that's rumored to be in production, they've now rumored to have fired their writers for this film, and they've also rumored to have a new writer in place. But none of this has been announced by Lucasfilm at all.
Kind of all over the air, speculation.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So some concrete information on that would be nice. Maybe a trailer for Vision, the next season of Visions.
Visions.
Because that's coming on May 4th. So that's really only it's less than a month away now. So I think those are like the big announcements.
Probably what about the trailer for Indiana Jones 5?
Yeah. Well, they might give a trailer for that. That would be pretty cool. Or again, just any more information on that. I guess an update on Willow as well.
Oh yes.
So a lot of things, both Star Wars and non-Star Wars, they could be dropping about. And then I think the Lucasfilm showcase is tomorrow. I think it starts at 10 o'clock. So quite early for some hopefully big announcements.
Yeah, they're gonna be dropping all kind of. It starts tomorrow, and then it's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that'd be awesome. So, what are like some of the? There's a lot of actors and guests that are gonna be there. What are some of the guests you're looking forward to possibly seeing speak down there at the event? Like, I know there's like a ton of them.
I think D. Bradley Baker would
Mm,
be an awesome one. The voice of all the clones,
mhm.
and some other assorted voices as
Yeah,
well. So that would be, if seeing him would be really cool. I've actually got a Rex figure like still in the box,
Oh
nice.
yeah.
so I
We're
might
gonna
just
sign
take
that,
that
dude. Some
down.
good stuff right there.
And they've also got the obviously the rest of the voice cast of Clone Wars
Mm.
there.
Is Steve Bloom gonna be there? Zimmerellis?
I don't think he's been announced, but I wouldn't be surprised.
What did you think of the
I
live action Zimmerellis in The Mandalorian? That was awesome.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think in the Ahsoka panel,
Mm.
I think there's going to be the live action Rebels
Mm.
cast brought on stage.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I think, and I think they're also going to again wheel the guy that's going to play Thrawn onto the stage.
Oh man, they're gonna go crazy for that. Fans are gonna go crazy, but there's like thousands
Yeah,
of those.
I wouldn't be surprised if
Mm.
they show some footage for Ahsoka just in the panel room.
Like a teaser trailer or something like that.
Probably.
Yeah, it would be nice if they could put it out publicly.
Mm.
I would really like just to see some footage of that if it's not far away. But my sneaking suspicion is that it won't be publicly released until like May 4th.
May 4th be with you
May the
always.
4th be with
It's
you.
kind of their launch date for all this stuff. What things are you looking forward to, Morris? You got all the goodies. You got the movies. You got Skeleton Crew, new Mando.
Probably the movies more. The releases. A lot of the cosplayers, I do want to see those
Some good
because
ones.
I know when we went to San Diego last year,
Yeah.
it was not like it was pretty full and there were some good costumes. I know they're saying that this year there's going to be more and we've gone to several and then I love when it's the kids. I'm sorry, but I'm like I love little kids that dress up. It looks amazing.
There's some great cosplays of Star Wars Celebration. They've got like droids and robots.
I think I saw someone dressed as Optimus Prime, and it he's a little boy, like 8, 9 years old. I don't know if I got to take a picture, or we have pictures of those.
There's some good cosplays, but Star Wars Celebration, they have like you can go in there and there's like 8-foot tall Wookiees, and you've got Ewoks, and anything you can imagine down there. It's just very clever. You even have Lego Star Wars characters like robot hands, and we saw a zombie stormtrooper. It was wow. That was solid construction on that.
That's I'm looking forward to. I think that'll be the thing that I'll get to see the most. So that's sort of the thing that I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah.
And just walking around in the atmosphere. So
there's tons of stuff down there. I mean, I don't know who's all going to be. I know sometimes they have Prop Store London will be there. So if you see Prop Store London, check them out because they usually have like all screen use movie stuff. And one of the guys there is Brandon Allinger. He's kind of like the Star Wars aficionado. And then their CEO is Steve Lane or something like that. And you got Costas, who's like their marketing guy. But all those guys run the gauntlet of the London and United States props. So they have like sometimes they'll have Star Wars screen use props for different movies and stuff in there.
Yeah.
And then they have there's another booth down there. The airline, the Star Wars themed airline with the planes. They've got a C-3PO plane, a BB-8 plane. What's the other one they got? Millennium Falcon or something like that. No, R2-D2 plane.
Yeah,
that'd be cool. Check that out down there.
Playing for all the droids.
So
all droids.
This would be like also one of the big.
Yeah. These are all the Star Wars Celebration. They have all the big companies come out. Then it's like EFX.
Do you know more or less what's the amount that they're hoping?
Yeah, that's a good question. How many people are they hoping to attend? Like usually it's like 100,000 or more. Usually in the US.
I don't know, but I would imagine a similar figure. I'll see if I can find out. But yeah, I would imagine around that. I'll have to see
Like
when I go.
20,000 or something like that. Yeah.
There'll be a lot of people. I'm anticipating that it will be very busy.
There's a lot of people coming in from in and out of the country too. So you've got a lot of people I know have been going out there too, flying in. I have a buddy that flew in
Couple
yesterday.
of friends.
He got in there. I've seen him float in on Facebook and stuff.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of YouTubers that I know flying out for celebrations. I think Star Wars Explained has been here for the past week.
Oh, those guys are awesome, man! Amazing channel. And they got that. We went down to a 2019 celebration in Chicago. I was going to set up an interview with those guys, and they all had to do it. But there's this massive panel with like 6,000 people, and it was Star Wars Explained. We got everybody else but them. I'm still trying to get back with them. Star Wars Explained. If you're watching Star Wars Explained when I interview you guys, Star Wars Explained, the Templin Institute. What's the guy? Space Doc with the spaceship analysis.
Yeah,
he was there, and then you had there's another one. We got all of them, but Star Wars Explained. But that was super cool. They had the life size X-wing starfighter there. It was like the size of like a car. It was awesome.
All these things I have to look out for them.
You'll see them when you get in there. If they still have it, usually they bring the two-story size TIE fighter, which is the size of a life-size TIE fighter. And they have the interior. Usually, most years they bring the interior of the Millennium Falcon, but it's 2 Millennium Falcons. So it's the one from the Solo: A Star Wars Story, and then it's the one from the Star Wars original trilogy. And you can walk through it and has all the stuff in it.
Cool.
I mean, I'm pretty sure just with once you get there, you see the vendor hall is where
tons of stuff.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Well, I mean, I've never been to a Star Wars celebration, which I'm hoping that we're going soon.
Mm-hmm.
I know Owen's been to one. I haven't.
I don't know where they're going to have it next time.
I'm just saying that San Diego for me was the largest one that I've been to. And I was supposed to be, I took pictures, but most of the time I just got lost. I was like,
they're expecting record numbers this year, 250,000 plus at that one. Mm-hmm. So like 250,000. Every hotel down there's booked solid. And the ones you can get, their price gouged at like thousands of dollars a night.
Oh, yeah. I can imagine.
Well, that was the same thing with London. Mm-hmm. We looked down there. Just the hotels by the Excel Center are going for what, $1,500, $2,000 a night.
Yeah, they're expensive.
And
I mean, they're expensive to some people.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, if you get 2 rooms, one for me, one for a videographer crew or whatever, you times that by 2, you get your flights. That's like $25,000, $30,000.
That's quite
a little bit of change, not a lot, but a little bit of change.
Yeah,
we're hoping to go maybe next
year.
We
do want to go next year. They'll probably bring it to like Anaheim or something like that.
Yeah, I think they'll go back to the United States next year or the year after. It wouldn't surprise me if it took another 7 years for them to come back here.
It'll be cool. You get to check it out.
So when was the last time that it was in London?
So I haven't been to London in a quick minute.
2016.
Yeah,
2016. Before Rogue One, just before Rogue One. So quite a while.
In a quick minute.
Yeah.
With the Star Wars Celebration, I know this year they're not exactly there. I don't know what's going on with the general media. They allowed no general media. What are your thoughts on that? Being allowed into the event, but not allowed for general media, because there's no general media allowed for any company across the world.
Yeah, I think that's a bit disappointing because it's Star Wars is one of the biggest franchises there is, and a lot of the media's attention for this weekend, at least in the entertainment sphere, will be on Star Wars celebrations.
For sure.
So not being able to have access, or at least easy access to like a media pass or whatever, to the event, I think is really disappointing. And probably, especially some of the smaller websites that possibly can't afford like a ticket plus hotels plus flights plus food plus whatever else, so that are sort of restricted from covering it online. I think that's really disappointing.
For sure.
So yeah, not a huge fan of no media, unless obviously you pay normal ticket prices and go it that way. So I mean ultimately it's still going to be covered just the same, but I think it's going to impact mostly smaller creators and outlets.
And that's the thing I was getting at. Like, so usually when they do it in the U.S., if you have any kind of decent following, you have a site or blog, you pretty much let everybody in there to go do their thing. But usually only the bigger companies like get access to like actors like Mark Hamill, whatever. They have like what's called a press junket. So it's like press junket. So they sit down with the actor and talk to him. They do that. Now, I know in years past, in 2017, they actually had media reserve seating for the panels. And you can go on there. Yeah. So like we could see Rebels and watch the last episode of Rebels twice back to back. They replayed it. And then they had media reserves, for everything. So it was like very well put together, everything. But now I don't know what they're doing with that. I'd like to see the future of that for not just international, but also the U.S., see what they're going to be doing with being able to have media on that. Because as things grow, there's so many shows coming out now with Star Wars and movies and books. People want to cover these things and to be able to let the media cover. I know they have their own in-house media. What's the host? I've seen it for the Star Wars show. I'm sure they'll be there. They're great hosts.
Amy,
something like that. And you have Andy Gucci. What's his name? Carboni. I think his name's Carboni or something like that. They're great. But for the other flip of the coin, for big, or small or medium or small size creators that want to cover the event, whether it's, to get some articles in or to come down there with a camera crew or whatever, they're kind of like, okay, there's no access, so hopefully in the future they'll let them get back on stuff. So.
Well, the access thing as well, and something they started doing last year and they've done again this year is they're not streaming the bigger panels. Like the Lucasfilm showcase or the Ahsoka panel or the Bad Batch panel on Monday, they're not streaming it. So if you didn't win the lottery to get into that panel, then you or one of the one of the select rooms they're streaming it to, they're only streaming it to 2 other rooms. Then obviously you can't see what's going on. So if like the Ahsoka, they release some footage, but they keep it just internal to that panel, then creators that didn't get into that panel and just fans in general really miss out on that part of the experience.
So basically, like if you're not in that panel, you don't get to see what's going on.
Yeah, essentially. So I think that's really disappointing, especially if you've paid, all that money to be at the event itself. Then I don't think that. Okay, fair enough. You can only fit so many people into a panel room, and fair enough. You ultimately have to decide somehow, the amount of people. But withholding trailers and pieces of things that could be filmed and streamed, even if it's you pay $5 or whatever for a streaming pass.
Yeah, they do like a key code or something. You could download it to your cell or whatever.
Yeah. Sorry to hear our dog's in the background.
Our dog's going crazy.
But he's going crazy.
He's getting excited for Star Wars Celebration.
Yeah, that's all right. I've got dogs as well, and they can be just crazy sometimes.
Do you have any questions, babe? Follow-up questions?
No, you've basically said like what you're hoping to see, and I'm pretty sure a lot of us are hoping the same thing.
For sure.
I'm excited for you. I was like, I'm excited.
Looking forward to it, man. You're gonna love it down there. It's awesome.
Yeah, I'm really excited to go. Thank you.
Well, we want to have you back on Monday, sometime on Monday, to talk about the updates on the con floor. If we can get you from the con floor, and what the cell signal is going to be down there. But I'll certainly try that. Hopefully, it's not terrible. And just even if it's just for a quicker one, just show for sure. Go over some of the with closing ceremonies is that day. Maybe sometime after that or sometime in there.
Yeah.
But for our word of pleasure, thank you for joining us, Kieran. For people who want to find out about you, we've got your Twitter on here, twitter.com/Kieran David Burt. So follow him on the internet.
Follow him, guys.
Follow him up.
Thank you.
Mars. Kieran, we hope to see you here soon on Monday. We will see you on Monday. Have a blast at the event, man. We'll stay tuned, okay?
I will. Stay tuned. Thanks.
You too, man. Peace.
Bye.